It's good, y'all. Hope you're doing well. Today we'll be doing a first impressions of some new gear. This is the Henson Ti22. So as you know, Henson came out with an aluminum razor that kind of came out of nowhere. No one's ever heard of them. And then they kind of just dropped this razor. It was kind of like a smash hit due to its competitive price point. So that was the aluminum version, which I have here. I'll bring that up in a second. And this is just a close-up of the titanium model with the gunmetal finish. I believe it's DLC coated, but I'm not sure. It does smudge a little bit with my finger. Camera doesn't pick it up, but I've been excited, been waiting to try this. I'll show you the inside. So they said this would ship to me. They would ship on November 27th. They didn't ship it till a month later. So not the best shipping times, but that's 5 months better than Carve, right? Burn. Anyways, the inside of the base plate does say Ti for titanium. Yeah, you can see the smudging there. I haven't even used it, so yeah, that's the bottom of the top cap. It looks like a different material here. I don't know. Interesting. And then they have the little circle here, I guess, for when it's torqued down. So we're going to be using the Astra SP, which is recommended by them to use. So that's what we're going to pop in there. That might be the first time I've ever seen that. I think other than Charcoal Goods. Yeah, Charcoal Goods, I think, recommends Astra SPs. Most artisans that make razors, they don't really recommend a specific blade. It's kind of interesting. I don't know. I know Rocknell at one point did recommend a feather blade, which is kind of weird for their razors. So I always thought that was interesting. So torque down's really smooth, no blade overhang. So this is a side by side with the aluminum, titanium. This is the black. So this is the medium version. There's a mild, medium, and aggressive. So I have the medium and I have the aggressive and the Ti22. So a little comparison between these is this medium has a 0.05 millimeter exposure with a 0.84 millimeter blade gap. Now this has a 0.1 millimeter blade exposure with a 0.99 millimeter blade gap. So you're looking at basically a 1.0 blade gap versus a 0.84 to make it real simple. So not only did they increase the gap, but they increased the exposure. One thing I was not really happy to hear is there is no aggressive version for the for the aluminum. So to me, that was kind of ridiculous. I don't know what the reasoning is, but not everyone can afford the titanium version. So that's what kind of made me like annoyed. But for the brush, we'll be going with the Mozingo ZT3. This is actually my second one. I just acquired this. I got this about a month ago off someone else. I did get another one, but I'm using that one for a project, and I bought this as kind of like insurance because it's a risky project. A lot of things could go wrong. So, but I think it's gonna be fine. But when I bought this, it was like a contingency. So that's my Mozingo, and as you can see, it's loaded. And the soap scent we're using is Lavanille by Barrister and Mann. Absolutely beautiful artwork. This is like one of the best tubs too. This is his old tub. I love these old tubs, man. I hope he goes back to this. Doesn't look like it, but he did change the tubs, so it is what it is. So we're just gonna get lathered here, and then we'll get going. Hopefully I'll be lathered by the 7-minute mark. We're at 4 minutes. If I could get lathered in 4 minutes, 3 minutes, I'll be happy, but this Excelsior takes a little bit longer for me to dial in than other soaps, just because the sheer fact it could take a ton of water. But yeah, this is extremely soft, not very dense. The bloom is retarded, like it's ridiculous. If I could show you next to my Declaration 28 millimeter, whatever, this is just a random 28. Look at this. It's like this 26 puts it to shame. It's like, and that's not exactly a compliment. I don't know. It's just too big. It's like crazy bloom. That's my only complaint. And I had two of the exact same brush, and this one bloomed a lot more. And this one has a more blue in the pore, so just to give you an idea of the variations between them. So let's see if I could get this lather going. Such a beautiful scent. I don't know why I haven't used it more, to be honest. Something's wrong with me. Something has to be wrong with me. It's such a good scent. You can see the lather is like a little bit more brown due to the vanillin that's used in the soap. And no, I don't care if it darkens the brush. Also, it never has darkened the brush for me. I haven't used it on the same brush consistently enough to notice it. So that's that. 6 minute mark. Let's see if I can hit the lather at 7. This is not as dense as I remember it being, but maybe because I loaded light. Who knows? All right, cool. Yeah, you could actually see my face through the lather here. It's pretty thin, but it should be good. If I need to go back to the puck, I'll go back to the puck, but let's get a feel here. Yeah, it's pretty thin than what I normally do with Excelsior. See how that goes. Just want to build a little bit of thickness and density. All right, we're at the 7 minute mark. One more. There you go. All right, we should be good. I'll probably go over the scent in the second pass. All right. So, like I said, it's a more aggressive version. We'll see how it goes. It's got less blade chatter, as in, I mean, the blade's like super tightly torqued down in the aluminum, but I picked up a lot of hair. What I'm trying to say is the audio feedback. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, it's like a lower pitch sound, which I found interesting. Oh, did I go over the weight? This is 36 grams, the aluminum, and this is 62 grams. So this is roughly almost double the weight. For me, it feels perfectly weighted. I'm a big fan of the 60 gram range. I prefer personally 60 to 80 grams. I'll probably use a razor that's 100 grams, but that's my preference and that's my sweet spot. So this razor is so far very smooth. Okay. And it kind of reminds me of the Blackbird in that sense that it has a sloped head. So it's very easy to find the angle. So yeah, the blade feel didn't feel too crazy. It was actually very small blade feel. And with the grain, it really knocked down the growth very well. I like the blade feels almost the same to me as the medium. Like it's very close. It's not far off. I don't think. Off the top of my head, I haven't used the medium in like maybe 2 weeks or something, so that could be why. But who knows? All right, let's see if I can get this lather going. Yeah, so the scent of Lavanille, this is not a new scent. It's based on a recreation of Mousse de Saxe, which is a scent that's about, at this point, I think over 100 years old. And Will took it upon himself to get a tiny bit of the sample. Will is the artisan for Bear Staring Man, for those who don't know. To get the scent and kind of recreate it because it's such a beautiful scent. So Mousse de Saxe is known as being a dark, mossy, earthy, yet slightly sweet scent. So yeah, almost grabbed the wrong Henson. Going, I guess, kind of against the grain across, kind of. Wow, it's very smooth, guys. Like the blade feels very solid in this razor. So it's probably a little bit more blade feel than my Tatara Masamune, I'd say off the bat. I'm gonna go this way. I'm probably gonna finish this video at 20 minutes. Taking too long to do this pass. Hold up. Yeah, so I think I'm starting to notice a little bit more blade feel in the medium on this second pass here. But it's like, it's not crazy different. Like it's still pretty smooth. All right, so that's 2 passes. I'm gonna do my final pass in a second. I just want to get a feel here. Ooh. Very, very close, guys. As I suspected, this is a very efficient razor. I think it's more efficient than the mild. My cheeks are basically BBS. Yep. Jeez, that's really close to BBS. That's like 95% in 2 passes. So yeah, my neck is a lot closer than it normally is. Very impressed. Also, I noticed the grip. It's a little bit more grippy on this one. I don't know why. Feels like the etching might be deeper. Not sure. Maybe it's in my head, but I definitely feel a difference. But yeah, we'll finish up for that 3rd pass. Yeah, it's a little bit thinner than I prefer the Lather, but seems to be doing a stellar job. Excelsior, never really disappoint. You know what it is? I didn't wring out enough water out of the brush, and with it super dense, not like this, it's gonna hold like a gallon of freaking water, and you're gonna drown out the lather before you even get it dialed in, which is why I used to always load super dry, and I'd rather just control the lather, control how much water I add. The only caveat is it takes a lot longer to dial in the soap. You gotta slowly add water. It takes time, and a lot of people don't got time for that. Let's see. I'm gonna go against the grain on the neck here. Not sure if you guys can hear that. Ooh, wow, it's picking up some stubble. This is a very efficient razor, guys, and it has very little blade feel. It's there. It's, how can I describe it? It's more than the Masamune, but it's less than something like the P076. I would say it might be even less than the Blackbird. I would have to try it, because I feel like the Blackbird most of the time has less blade feel. I probably should have went this way. But it feels like it's able to do that without the without compromising efficiency. So this is just my first use, but Call me impressed so far. Put down this brush. Seems to be rinsing easily. But almost every razor will rinse easily with a well-hydrated lather, so go figure. And just like that, we are done with the shave. Let me feel here. I know Marion the Barbarian also uses this razor, so if you want to, and Ken, so Ken Shave 326. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to link both their videos in the description, because sometimes it's good to get more than one opinion on the razor, if that's what you're looking to get, like someone's opinion. So I do have some leftover stubble here, very little. Nice. Yeah, I feel like I can notice the slight uptick in efficiency, but for not a lot more blade feel, I feel like it's a great compromise. Wow. Not really much irritation. Sorry, I don't want to get irritation by shaving without lather. There you go. Oops, let's see what we got here. Very nice. The reason why I liked the, if you recall my use of the regular Henson aluminum, one of the reasons I liked it so much was that despite it wasn't the most efficient as some of my other razors, but the reason why I liked it so much is because I could buff on that thing all day and I would not get any irritation. And if I were to buff with something even as mild as the Feather ASD2, it would get me some serious irritation. But wow, we have a really close shave, no irritation. Call me, for just this first impressions, call me impressed. I might have to introduce this to a comparison, maybe against the P076 or the Blackbird. Let me know if you guys want to see a comparison, but so far, call me impressed. So for the post shave, oh, I didn't really talk about the scent. The scent notes are lavender, cedar, mousse de sax, vanilla, and musk. And like I said, splash. Like I said, Will, he got it, he recreated it, he did his own twist on it. I think he used like iodine instead of something that was in the original, something like that. I can't remember. No burning on this alcoholic Delta splash, so that's a good sign. Yeah, so he recreated it. To me, it's like a chocolatey, musky, earthy scent. It's got like a vanilla kick to it. There's no chocolate in it, but it kind of smells like an earthy chocolate. It's kind of delicious, but it's not gourmandish. It's absolutely fantastic. And I wouldn't say it's the same crowd pleaser as Seville, but to me, it's easily one of my favorites from Barrister and Mann, and it will always be in my den because it's that good. We have the matching post-shave balm as well. So what I'm gonna do is dip my finger in here. That should be more than enough. We're just gonna rub it in. All right. I finished 2 minutes before I said I would. So overview, Henson titanium in the gunmetal, call me impressed. But further use might be necessary, but I did get a BBS shave with no irritation, so that's a good sign. And the wonderful scent, Lavanille, I think that's how you say it. And then Mozingo ZT3. All right, guys. Sorry for the longer video. I'll catch you. If you have any questions, comments about the razor or anything at all, the soap, let me know. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.